Oh, that's that feminist guy.
Yeah, and like they're so
He tried
mad.
to say that there's this multi-billion-dollar right-wing ecosystem that's been developed, just like a terrorist network that radicalizes young people. Like, what? By talking to scientists?
By telling them to be good guys?
Joe Rogan, ever since endorsing Donald Trump in the 2024 presidential election, has been not really holding anything back when it comes to dealing with these leftists, and this clip is no different. We have Joe Rogan going after Brian Tyler Cohen and just a ton of woke idiots. He's going after Oprah, Kamala Harris, Beyonce, so many different people in this clip. The main one that I enjoyed was the fact that he called out Brian Tyler Cohen, not exactly by name, but he referred to the video that I will also bring up and show you the exact clip that Joe Rogan is referring to from Brian Tyler Cohen. Let's get into this clip here of Joe Rogan destroying Brian Tyler Cohen on this episode of the Joe Rogan Experience.
You mean like the money they paid the people to endorse Kamala Harris?
Oh yeah, that's
what
pretty
about?
Dishonest money right there.
So
Cardi
wild.
B, Beyonce.
Did you know that was even legal?
Fools.
Did you know that was even legal?
It shouldn't be legal. The View keeps yammering about how Elon Musk shouldn't be allowed. Or I saw a video yesterday about you. Oh, the Joe Rogans of the world are influencing. You're like,
oh, that's that feminist guy.
Yeah, and like they're so
He tried
mad.
to say that there's this multi-billion-dollar right-wing ecosystem that's been developed, just like a terrorist network that radicalizes young people. Like, what? By talking to scientists?
By telling them to be good guys? To tell them to be honorable to their partner?
Radicalizes.
That's not radical.
Radicalizes.
Also, let me ask you, on air for this
Let me show you the clip that he's referring to before we go any further, because it is absolutely hilarious. When you, just watch this guy. He just has soy. He has an aura of soy around him. Let's watch this.
First and foremost, something that I've been beating the drum about for years now, the right has a propaganda machine at its disposal that hums on for 24 hours a day on TV and radio and TikTok and Facebook and YouTube and Rumble and Discord servers everywhere that pump out right-wing propaganda on an endless loop. The top 20 podcasts in America include Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson, Theo Von, Dan Bongino, Candace Owens, Megyn Kelly, and Ben Shapiro. You know who we've got on the left on that list? The Daily and Pod Save America. All the while, Democrats continue, for some fucking reason unbeknownst to me, to pretend that mainstream media is some partner in democracy, that they're on our team. I don't know how much clearer I can say this. They are not on our team.
Mind you, Joe Rogan, until maybe 2 weeks before the election, was endorsing RFK Jr. and only RFK Jr., who is not a Republican at all. Joe Rogan did not have Donald Trump on his podcast until a couple of weeks before the presidential election. Joe Rogan is not a right-winger, and he definitely is not a right-wing propaganda machine or part of this right-wing propaganda machine. If you look at the things that Elon Musk has stated in the past, I mean, he was very, very pro-LGBTQ and had pride days at, I don't know if it was SpaceX or Tesla or whatever, and people got mad about it, and he was like, go F yourself if you don't like, all love being love, or whatever the hell he said. He's definitely not a hardcore Republican. He definitely is not a part of the propaganda machine. Maybe a little bit now you can call him that, because he's seen what the other side can do and can be and how evil it is. But I just still don't think that he's even a hardcore Republican to this day. And I mean, for sure, Joe Rogan is not. For sure, Joe Rogan is not. And Brian Tyler Cohen's right about one thing. The mainstream media is not on the left side. The mainstream media is a business, and a business only, and whatever pays the bills is the side that they're on. It's going to be interesting to see if the BlackRock money and, the people who are really running things, who are absolutely paying off the mainstream media sites to spread propaganda on the right and the left, by the way, if that's still going to be more profitable than them just actually going after ratings and trying to tell the truth and make their shows entertaining. Because if they actually want people to watch, then they're going to change their positions quite a bit. Nobody, as we saw with Brian Tyler Cohen, as we saw with David Pakman, people are unsubscribing from these YouTube channels. They're not watching this BS anymore. They're just not. So if they want people to watch, they're going to change their position. But if they want to just keep collecting the money from the organizations that I mentioned before, then they're just going to keep spreading the same propaganda. Let's see what else Joe Rogan has to say here.
Podcast. How much money did Donald Trump give you to endorse him?
$100 million.
No, he didn't.
He gave me nothing.
Gave you zero, Joe.
Gave me nothing.
He gave you zero because
No.
you thought, I think that this is what's best for the country,
Exactly.
given the two options.
I knew the resistance that it would face, but
How
I
much
think
did
it's true.
Beyonce get?
She got $10 million.
$10 million.
But hold on. She talked for like 3 minutes. That's good.
What do you mean that's good?
I mean, that's enough.
That's too much.
No, it's plenty. It's perfect.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
10
Good
million.
deal. It's a good deal, the taxpayers' money. I mean, it's a good deal. All these people that are like donating money to the Democratic Party, and they're
It went
$20
to
million in
Beyonce.
debt. Here's the crazy thing:
Mutants.
they're $20 million. They spent $1 billion. They're $20 million in debt, and Trump offered to pay their debt. He's like, we have a lot of money left over because most of our media
won
was
too
he called
good.
it earned media. I had to look it up. So earned media is essentially whenever he's in the news, or when he's getting interviewed on shows or on podcasts.
Yeah, he doesn't have to pay Joe Rogan. He doesn't, dude. It's wild that the race was even as close as it was. I understand the electoral college and the electoral votes were not really close, but the popular vote, I mean, I think Trump won by like 3 million or something at the end of the day. It's crazy that it was even that close because Donald Trump dominates the news cycle. And it's not just mainstream media news cycle. He dominates the alt media news cycle. And he's always going on these shows. He's going on even not just Joe Rogan, but Aiden Ross's live streams. It's not even a pre-recorded podcast or anything. It's a live stream. Anything can happen on a live stream. He's going on there pulling hundreds of thousands. I think he had 1 million concurrent viewers when Donald Trump was there. He's going on the Nelk Boys. Like, he's going all over the place. Guarantee you he's not paying to be on any of these places. If anything, they are paying him. But I don't even think that's the case because I don't think any money that these podcasters have would even make a dent, to Donald Trump. He doesn't even want their money. So I don't think there's any money being exchanged. It's all earned media, as Donald Trump put it, which is the opposite of Kamala Harris. You're paying Beyonce $10 million for 3 minutes to speak at a rally for 3 minutes and to endorse you. That's wild. That's crazy. That Joe Rogan is correct. I'm surprised that that's legal. And I kind of don't think it should be legal. But also at the same time, how much does it really matter? All of the major celebrities in Hollywood and the entertainment industry in general endorsed Kamala Harris. There's a few here and there that endorsed Donald Trump, which are going to be absolutely shunned from the industry, by the way. There's a few. The guy that played Shazam, I always forget his name. That guy, his name's like Zach something. I don't know. The guy that played Shazam. And then, the usual suspects, Mel Gibson, those types of people, they endorse Trump. And then there's a bunch of athletes as well. But the athletic, that sphere, that space is completely different from the actual entertainment space. Regardless, Donald Trump didn't pay any of these people a penny. I guarantee it. Kamala Harris having to pay people for endorsements, getting all these celebrity endorsements, and still losing by a good margin in the Electoral College. I'm surprised that it wasn't a bigger margin in the popular vote. I really am surprised. And it kind of scares me a little bit because I feel like a lot of people rallied. They really rallied around this election for the right wing and just in general against the left wing, against the woke left. And I don't know if we're going to see that kind of rally for the next one. I feel like this was kind of the big victory. And I think people are probably going to let their foot off the gas for the next election. And it scares me a little bit because we only won by 3 million popular votes. And if we don't have people in the trenches like we did on this one, going out there and like getting the Amish vote, in Pennsylvania, that was huge. Going and trying, and going to all these states, these swing states, and actually getting boots on the ground, actually talking to people and campaigning there. If we don't have that again, and also the cultural impact of just not even pushing for people to vote for Trump, but just athletes showing up in interviews wearing MAGA hats, athletes doing the Donald Trump dance. That just shows people that it's okay to support Donald Trump. It's okay to not be a wokey. You can still exist in life and not be super woke. It just shows people you're allowed to like Donald Trump, or you're allowed to be a Republican, a right winger, whatever. And shout out to all those people, man. I don't know if you guys saw it, but after John Jones won, he did a little Trump dance. That's fine. That's great and everything. It was funny, cool moment. But he immediately got on and he was like, I just want to say I'm proud to be an American. And then he stopped himself and he was like, no, I'm proud to be a Christian American. And like, shout out to him, man, because there's no doubt that Christianity is the main religion that gets attacked, especially in America. So it's great that not only did he do the little Trump dance and showed his support for Trump, handed Trump his belt, but he also said, I'm a Christian American and I'm proud. And it's good to let people know that not only is it okay to vote for Trump, but it's also okay and encouraged to be a Christian American and be proud of it at the same time, because we've kind of lost that in this country. A lot of people try to make you feel ashamed for being all of those things.
Podcast. Yeah. That's earned media. And that's what he did.
Well, I just love, people go, why are you getting so passionate about this, Jeff? It's like, it's right in front of your eyes.
Right.
You have to pay someone $10 million to endorse A, but then like B is doing it for free because they believe in that like idea. Which one seems more nefarious?
Bro, Eminem took 1.8.
1.8.
Is that real?
How do we know that's true?
Because I said it.
I've
read it on the internet.
I have not found any evidence that supports this stuff.
I think it's all legit.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
Some of them being asked and said I was not paid.
But wait a minute. Oprah was paid. There was an FEC thing.
Her company was paid to host an event.
Okay. They paid her company $1 million, dude.
I'm just saying that's
right.
I don't know what happened and where they hosted it and how many people were involved. She was not paid. Her company was paid.
$1 million? What did she do that hosted an event? Did she put together an event, like cater an event?
Campaign finance. I'll try to put it on the screen. Show that they paid Harpo Productions for event production. It was paid for post live stream an event. Which I don't know how much that costs.
Production costs of a live stream event. That could be money.
Said she was.
Yeah, but if they're going to pay Oprah to host this event, why not just host the event yourself? If you're going to pay for it, why is Oprah hosting the event? I mean, I guess it's okay to pay for Oprah to actually host the event. So like be the host, the MC of the event, if that's what they mean, but it doesn't seem like that's what they mean. They're paying for production costs, not for the labor of hosting an event, of Oprah actually doing it. So why not just host the event yourself and get the production yourself instead of paying someone else to do it? It just doesn't make any sense, man. It's all fishy. I think all these people were paid. I know Candace Owens went on Twitter and asked Cardi B if she got paid. Cardi B said no. I just don't believe her. I don't believe her for a second that she didn't get paid. I think all these people got paid. And I do think it's weird. Like Joe Rogan said, maybe we should look into that. I don't know. But at the same time, it obviously didn't work. So is it really something that's worth our time and energy? We only have 4 years of Trump before, like I said, I think people are going to let their foot off the gas for the next one. So maybe we should just focus our time and energy on things that deserve it a bit more. I don't think the celebrity endorsements really worked. So maybe we shouldn't worry about that. I don't know. What do you guys think in the comments? Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Joe Rogan just going off on the Kamala Harris campaign. More importantly, though, funnier to me, Joe Rogan going off on Brian Tyler Cohen, calling him a dumb feminist. That's a great moment. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Joe Rogan versus Brian Tyler Cohen in the comment.